I remember how it all began. Not with a bang, but with a quiet, almost imperceptible whisper. My husband, David, and I had been married for 10 years. 10 years filled with a comfortable, familiar routine that had slowly begun to suffocate me. We were like two parallel lines, walking side by side but never truly intersecting. He was a good husband, reliable, predictable. But predictability kills passion, doesn't it? Then Mark appeared. He wasn't just David's best friend. He was his shadow, his brother. It's ironic how life throws such plots our way. Mark was David's complete opposite, sparkling, adventurous, with eyes that saw not just me, but my most hidden essence. He made me laugh until I cried. He listened to me as if every word I spoke were a revelation. David listened, yes, but I always felt his mind was already miles away, at work in his weekend plans. Mark, however, was here, with me, completely present. At first, it was just innocent conversations, jokes among the three of us. Then, when David was working late, Mark started dropping by our place to keep me company. We'd drink tea, laugh, discuss books, movies, dreams I'd long buried deep inside myself. I began to look forward to those evenings, those chance encounters that slowly ceased to be accidental. His touches, at first incidental, then a little longer, a little softer, sent shivers through me that I hadn't felt in years. I remember our first real intimacy. It was after a party at mutual friend's house. David was engrossed in a football conversation, while Mark and I stepped out onto the balcony for some air. The night was muggy, filled with the scent of blooming linden trees. Our gazes met, and in them, there was no hint of friendship, only hunger. He touched my cheek, and the world narrowed down to that touch, to his breath on my lips. The kiss was long, desperate, full of forbidden sweetness. In that moment, I knew there was no turning back. My life transformed into a double game. By day, I was the devoted wife, playing my role flawlessly. In the evenings, when David was asleep, I'd text Mark, planning our clandestine meetings. Every stolen moment with him was an explosion of feelings, a fireworks display that had been missing from my life for so long. I felt alive, truly alive, for the first time in years. But with it came guilt, sharp and cutting. Guilt towards David, who trusted us both so completely. But the longer it lasted, the stronger grew my conviction that I couldn't live a lie anymore. Every glance from Mark, full of tenderness and understanding, confirmed that this wasn't just a fleeting affair. This was love, deep and true, that had grown from the most unexpected roots. The decision was agonizing but inevitable. One ordinary weekday evening, as David sat in front of the TV, I uttered the words that changed everything. It was the hardest conversation of my life, filled with tears, pain, and misunderstanding. But I knew I had to be honest, at least now. I left. I left for Mark. We started a new chapter, full of hope and uncertainty. Was I scared? Absolutely. Was I hurt? Yes, profoundly. But was it the right choice? My heart answered yes. Sometimes, to find your true melody, you have to risk breaking with the familiar harmony. And I took that risk.